don't believe that I lie. But see, we'll go to Star Trek, that, you know, if everything that I tell you is a lie, then what I'm telling you right now is a lie. But you said that, you know, everything, you know, so if you're telling me that I'm lying, again, that's also a lie. And
why would we talk about lying?
I have no idea.
No, actually, you know the reason? Okay, hello, this is Not a Spring Chick.
And this is Oldecam.
Yes! How
See, this is because
that's how you know.
I can't remember who I am after 7 o'clock at night because I don't sleep a lot. So we've got these things made so that I'll know who I am.
Actually, I brought up the subject about lying because of what's going on with, okay, Nancy Pelosi, the CIA, and Congress.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to go. First off, we're going to paraphrase it from Mark Twain. When do you know a politician is lying?
How?
They open their mouth.
Oh, now you probably have heard that one before, but politicians can tell the truth.
They don't stay in office long.
Well, you know, part of it is sometimes you're splitting hairs, because just like former President Bill Clinton.
Okay, most politicians are lawyers, and they tend to twist the truth. Okay, I can absolutely, I'll sit there and tell you until hell freezes over, the President of the United States does not lie to you. He tells you exactly what he's going to do. He tells you it. If he tells you, I'm not going to do it, you know he's going to do it. Pure and simple, because he will sit there and tell you he's not going to do it a million different ways. That's an indicator that he's going to do it. So he's not lying to you. You say, well, he lied to me. No. He said if you pay any attention to him, you know he's telling you, he's tipping everybody off.
To his hand.
To his hand.
Well, it's the same thing where I would say, here, this is not an English muffin.
Well, it is and it isn't. It was made in the United States, so therefore it's not an English muffin. But it is an English muffin.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And the other part is I am giving it to him, but I'm holding the plate.
Yes.
So I didn't. So I'm actually not giving him the English muffin.
That's
or
right.
You could argue that I am giving him the English muffin, or you can argue that no, I'm handing him the plate.
It's all in. Okay. You know, we did a thing on Not a Spring Chick and swimsuits when the bikinis are about it's perception. It's what you perceive to be the truth. The thing is, a politician will simply tell the same story in 100 different ways, but he'll say it one way so many times that people think that he's lied to them when he tells it another way and does the same thing.
Ah,
right.
So for example, I will say, like the CIA says, I think it's Leon Panetta says, the CIA does not have a policy of misleading Congress.
No, but
because the policy, usually when you have a policy, it's written down within the organization, this is our policy, right?
Yeah. But see, you have to understand the CIA is professional liars. They can do, I mean, to put it this way, when I was younger, I was somebody that I liked an awful lot was a criminology student. And she would have me go in and take the, you know, they show people how lie detectors work, and they didn't work on me because I have hypertensive heart disease, which means I have a problem with my blood pressure. And I would go in and I'd fluctuate my blood pressure, and every time they'd ask me a question I was telling the truth on, I'd make the blood pressure go up and show as a lie, and when I lied, I'd make the blood pressure go down.
Oh, so there is a way to
you can
beat those light.
You can defeat the lie detector test with your blood pressure control.
But sometimes people can tell somebody's lying because of changes within the person, whether it's body language, facial structure.
Veins in the neck will pop out on you when you're lying. I'm going to try to say, you know, this. I'll go to the analogies from. I'm going to go. You know, actually, I had a class from Orson Welles once, and Orson Welles simply said, "Never tell a lie that you can be caught at." That was what he told all. Because by the very nature of being in the entertainment business, everybody lies. They say, you know, can you ride a horse? Oh, I've been riding a horse all my life. And then you go out and learn to ride a horse. Can you fire a gun? You know, oh yeah, I can fire a gun. Or, you know, I need somebody who can fire a gun left-handed. Oh yeah, I can fire a gun left-handed. You know,
and it's just like your driver's license. It's like, how much do you weigh? I weigh 105 pounds.
Yeah.
Of course, that was how many years ago? Right.
My driver, okay. Not since I was doing Beach Party movies did I weigh the weight that's on my driver's license. But I've never changed it since I got.
Right,
so I got my license when I was a teenager, and I've never changed. My eye colors have changed since in the days.
A lie is what? What would you quantify a lie as? Intentionally not telling the truth, or how would you? I mean, we haven't gone to Webster's, but I'm just curious how you
a lie. I think a lie is anything that you get caught saying or doing that you don't want people to know you were saying or doing. That's a lie.
Because, for example, leaving information out is not a lie.
Nope.
Right?
You're not required to give. You're not required to give information of certain nature to people, so it's not a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they'll say, okay, George Bush did not lie to anybody about what was going on in Iraq. He supplied people with the information that he was given, and then they made unwarranted assumptions.
Uh-huh.
You're not responsible if you tell somebody something and they make an assumption. It's the same caveat emptor, which goes back clean to the days of the Romans, let the buyer beware.
Well, that sounds like one of those market surveys when they said the research says,
yep.
Right? We'll throw, for example, that 50% of the population is in favor of the new health care.
Yeah, but it depends upon where you go to do the survey.
So you can't say that they're lying about the survey results because you have to look behind what the results are.
Like they did the thing the other day. The other day they had a survey that was supporting Barack Obama unbelievably, and they found out that 75% of the survey were all tended to be minorities and Democrats. Only 25% of the survey was done by anybody. Then they say, well, where were the survey taken? It was Harlem.
Well, see,
yeah, I mean,
so yeah, you're going to get skewed results. So part of it is the people that sit there and believe it and don't look beyond it are the ones that probably get the most frustrated. But the same thing happens when people talk one-on-one to each other. For example, some people will give different cues than others that they're lying.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you know a person's habits,
yeah,
right?
You can tell, but she can't lie.
I'm horrible at it, so I usually don't lie.
I tell her to tell the truth.
I change the subject.
She changes the subject, but I can.
Because I'm really bad at lying.
Well, I'm big on Mark Twain. Mark Twain said, the last thing that anybody will ever believe is the truth. It's easier to lie to a person and tell them what they want to hear than it is to tell them the truth, which is why so many people lie.
Well, because part of it is if you lie, then you got to remember which lies you told.
That's the big problem. That's where you get caught.
Yeah. So it's far easier to tell the truth. Now, I remember someone had asked me, they said, well, why didn't you tell me that? I'm like, you didn't ask me.
Yeah. But see, in my case, I grew up in front of the motion picture and television camera. I am used to basically, a lot of people say, well, you're always, you're way too serious.
Is that why they call it acting?
Yeah, but I don't tend to get overly excited. I tend to do, so she'll tell you, I only go at one speed no matter what.
Uh-huh.
But I can do that one speed. I'll walk for, she'll let me off.
Which can be really good sometimes and really frustrating at other times.
But I tend to be monochromatic in everything I do. If I'm on camera, I don't smile. I don't tend to really get angry.
He doesn't jump up and down and do all these things like I do.
I don't, and it's not because, I'm actually more impatient than she is. Tremendously more impatient than she is.
Imagine that.
But it doesn't come out because I have my, my on-camera side and my off-camera side. On-camera side is 62 years of being in front of a camera, and I simply become like like I said, a person that you wouldn't want to, basically, I can guarantee you that nobody likes this side of me, period.
Okay, here's another, because they always do, what is it, on different TV things, they'll do the body language. Like, how can you tell somebody's lying, or what do you think they meant by this? A lot of times, you can tell when somebody's lying if their verbal does not go with their physical response.
Yeah. I know, but they're, that's it.
They conflict.
Basically, you sit there and the experts will sit there and throw things in on you.
Yeah.
That they know that they want to see how you react to telling something you're going to tell them the truth on, and how you react to something. I can let you